Welcome everyone back to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Geass R2, episode 14. What happened last time?
Last time, Rollo brutally murdered Shirley. And Jeremiah has completely switched sides and is now 100% loyal to lelouch, seemingly. And, yeah. Those are the major things.
Yeah, and Cornelia's learning more about Geass. Infiltrated the Geass Order, whatever the hell that's about. We're learning more and more about that as things go along. Hope you guys leave a like and subscribe. Check out Patreon. See the next episodes early. Get uncut reactions, better audio and visual. Let's go. Episode 14. Bam. Wait, episode 14. Is that right? Yeah. Right? Yeah. Right?
I think so.
Yeah. This opening's also really good because the first OP was by Flo, and now they're doing Flo again to cap it off. And you like the new ending? Same as the first band?
Not as good as the first one, but still good.
$1997.
That little guy.
Lady Marianne. And C2. Ares Villa.
Have you learned anything by becoming emperor?
Yes, big brother, all people are liars. And this vast nation we call Britannia never changes.
That may be true, but it's just human nature, isn't it?
Perhaps you're right about that.
Charles, you won't forget, will you? Our contract?
I know. To kill God and smash this world of lies.
That was a close call, big brother. Shirley regained her memory. She had a gun. She
He's
was coming
telling
after
on
you.
himself.
I see.
Self-report.
So you were the one who killed her.
Yes. I did it for you. I have to eliminate your enemy.
Bye-bye.
What, big brother?
You handled it very well. If it weren't for you, everybody would have known about my secret.
Exactly. And it isn't just your secret anymore, brother.
True. So, shall we destroy the Geass Order now? Black Knights can wipe out the source of Geass once and for all.
Big brother, we can't. There are still Geass users there.
Remember, this is for our happiness, for both of us.
For both of us?
That's right. V2 has begun to suspect you. Are you afraid of V2?
Well, he was the one who found me. Lelouch, can I really believe in you?
Of course. We're the only brothers we have, aren't we?
Are you going to kill me?
Just goes full, like,
Like you did to Yuffie?
mask
To
mode.
prove your sister's innocence, you renounced your position. You made me think, Cornelia. Is there any more splendid relationship in this entire world than that of loyal siblings?
Organ failure due to gunshot wounds and loss of blood.
Shirley, you're saying that she shot herself?
Yes.
Wow.
Apparently on impulse.
Her mom.
Suicide. She
Just
couldn't.
alone.
She was a friend of yours.
Yes, Millie just told me about it.
Dallas
Were you
Research.
close?
I'm not sure. She was always just so cheerful. To be honest, she kind of bothered me.
I see. Perhaps you were envious of her happiness.
Maybe that's why I never imagined that I would cry over her.
Nina, as long as you can shed tears, then you're all right.
I can't believe lelouch. Who does he think I am?
Leaving me behind here like I was a messenger girl or something. What? Hardly. I'm just really worried that he's forgotten our contract. Anyway, what are you planning to do? How long are you going to stay inside of...
C2. I have finally located where the Order is. Jeremiah and Rollo provided key information. We're going to send in the Zero Squad and wipe it out.
Wipe it out? Weren't you going to use it? They're not a military group. They just do research into Geass.
We'll crush them!
Tell me what happened.
Oh boy.
I want to know the details of our contract. What is it you want from all this?
That has nothing to do with the mission. I have no intention of telling you that.
Bartley and the others are one thing.
He's just upset over... He's just blaming it. He's outsourcing the blame.
The scheduled transmission from Lord Jeremiah.
Right. Can you patch it through?
Surprised to see me? So, you're V2.
Lelouch.
How can he access to Jeremiah's network?
Looks like he's inside Ashford.
I'm sure I need no introduction at this point. So I'll just start with direct question. Was it you who kidnapped Nunnally during the battle for Tokyo? Also, did you put Suzaku and I and the others on Kamine Island to observe us?
Yes, that's correct. Means you've regained all of your lost memories, doesn't it?
That's right, I am Zero.
Then C2 must be with you. Can you hand her over? We'll let you go free if you do.
It's too late for that. I hereby declare war against you with no mercy.
Oh yeah, but by the time you get
Oh, yeah?
Director, nightmares!
What?
I think it's the Black Knights!
V2's current location is verified. Strike force, encircle point Alpha 7.
So that's how it is.
That's right. I'm glad you gave me a bit of your time. You just had to let down your guard for a moment. Since you believed I was in Area 11, you thought you had time to escape.
I like how he reveals himself just to drag it out a little bit more.
V2.
And I like how he made a wall behind the computer just for all four walls. Yeah. They're just researchers.
Yeah.
Nobody's a soldier here.
I never would have guessed. I mean that you were a royal princess, Nunnally.
Forgive me for hiding things from you.
Same for me.
Excuse me, please. Viceroy Nunnally, I'd like to borrow prisoner 107 from you.
Sub-Commander Kenoshita, something's wrong here. This isn't a Britannian military installation.
Yeah, you're right.
Just slaughtering
they haven't put up
everyone.
any resistance at all. They don't even seem to have weapons.
Use extreme prejudice!
But sir...
Britannia has been colluding with traitors in the Chinese Federation.
This lab is developing immortal warriors whose purpose is to destroy us. I won't let them violate the sanctity of life! The researchers and their data are to be wiped out! We don't know where the subjects of the immortality research are hidden. Therefore, encircle point Alpha 7 and destroy everything! Burn it to the ground! Any experimental subjects found are to be sealed inside of high-pressure casing. I will investigate each one of them personally.
Have you found Princess Cornelia?
Just murdering.
Yeah.
Use this chance to save everyone!
Well,
That man there.
Director C2! You've come back to us!
All the people she probably worked with like 50 years ago or whatever.
Prince Clovis, the eternally young, immortal woman you wish to present to His Majesty, it would seem that he was already aware of her existence. Please forgive me, Your Highness. We never should have involved ourselves with that witch.
oh yeah, they had her and they were good.
They were gonna for favor
Yeah.
with the Emperor. They were gonna present her.
I mean, it probably would have given them some favor because they seem to want to have her captured.
But that's not. It's weird because that's not what they said before. They originally, the whole reason that Clovis wiped out the Shinjuku ghetto was because he was afraid that people were that the Emperor was going to find out that he had C2.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder.
So I don't know what the deal.
I wonder
with
if
that
maybe
is.
like they just wanted to like fully know about her before,
Yeah,
and like
maybe.
they wanted to be the one to hand her
Uncover
over,
everything.
and you know.
Because they were performing a bunch of research on shit. Bartley,
Yeah, because
and-
it did seem like they were trying to like maybe gain the upper hand over the Emperor in some way, or just no like have
that was
things
more.
that-
Well, yeah, actually, yeah.
have things that he didn't know about, like doing their own thing, I guess, but I guess not.
Then I want you to go after Deputy Commander Ogi.
Huh?
He's been acting strangely since the meeting a few days ago. No, he's been hiding something from us for a long time before that.
Suspicious.
Huh? What are children doing here?
Well, the test subjects. Oh God. Controlling.
It's like Lelouch's, but they're aware.
Yeah, it's just their body.
What the devil are you doing, Morty? It's not me! I can't control it!
It's Geass. That power means it's Brother Rolo.
Hey, I miss all you guys. How have you been?
Your name's Rollo, isn't it? Are you one of them?
I have nothing to do with them now. As long as I keep following my brother, I'm all right.
Keep thinking that, Rollo. Go right ahead.
Detonate the bomb I planted in Rollo's nightmare. My funeral offering to Shirley will be Rollo's life. He will atone for what he did to her. What?
Oh, God.
This thing.
Isn't that unit?
Yes, since it works on direct bioconnect. The only one who can use it besides me is...
I thought so!
God.
You surprised me, V2! The observer becomes the perpetrator!
Now I sort of liked you, lelouch, because you reminded me of Charles.
Get out of here! You're the one he's after!
Oh?
Hold it right there, V2!
Please, just surrender!
Who do you think you're talking to?
All units, attack!
Yes, Your Majesty!
That spinning shield is powerful.
Marion's son is getting carried away with himself.
He's unstoppable in this shit.
Yeah, that thing is too overpowered.
Jeremiah, I thought that you had a personal grudge against Zero.
I did, because I thought he was a mere commoner, preventing me from serving the royal family. But now I know who he is, and I know that by serving him, I am serving my lady Marion!
Even you. You dare speak her name to me?
Oh my God.
Hacking into one of the burais? Is that what they're called?
Committed suicide.
She'd never do that. Suzaku, you know that, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Which means that if somebody murdered her... yes, lelouch.
Rollo, can you You just need to grab onto the unit. I have a plan after that.
Okay, I'll do my best.
God damn it.
Rollo.
You just need to hold on to the unit.
On the Vincent is ready. It'll destroy the Siegfried and you in one blast.
Oh God.
Oh, yeah?
Director V2, we finished preparations to escape with the research data. Shall we take it to the EU for now?
Yes. I'll join you after I finish this
underground
Now I know
train.
how to capture C2.
Bullet train.
So all we need just have to grab it. You are a failed experiment. Don't you know that? Your heart stops every time you use your Geass. That means you're defective. You could conk out at any moment.
Not yet. If I eject them...
His heart stops.
I've done it, big brother!
Well done, Rollo. Now, it's time for goodbye.
You weren't doing a little monologue there.
You know the Siegfried's only weak point.
Cornelia.
Oh my God, look at the guns on that.
V2. You were mistaken when you treated me like an incompetent weakling.
Forgive me, big brother!
No, it's all right. I never expected Cornelia to be here. The Siegfried shields are all down. Direct attack!
Now you're going to suffer for what you did to Yuffie.
The source of Geass!
It's no use. The Siegfried is finished. It's you, lelouch. You are an abomination.
Come, Your Highness!
Think they got out?
Calm down. Remember, Director V2 cannot be killed. He can always use the Twilight Gate on the lowest level. If we just get the research data away from here, then we... Oh, is that... Lady C2!
Forgive me. This is my personal sin for having neglected you. At last I shall put an end to the lineage of Geass. So be it. Perhaps this is how lelouch and I should be.
I don't think C2's ever finished a sentence in her whole fucking life.
And testimony imply that lelouch is innocent. But in my heart, I've known all along that lelouch was the culprit. He was Zero.
I don't know who Zero is. I told you that when I was captured.
Enough of that. To prevent another death like Shirley's, nothing is off limits. Not anymore. And that includes refrain.
The target is fled inside. Sweep the middle level.
The Twilight Gate.
lelouch, how dare you? Charles, the relationship in the world is that of loyal siblings.
Big brother, is it true you were the one who sent an assassin after Lelouch?
Yes, and thanks to that, I've been the victim of his assassins. But I've also learned something, that Lelouch is Zero, that he even tricked Nunnally.
You lied to me once again, big brother.
This is as barbaric as the Britannians.
Once again.
Was it really necessary to shoot children? Was it?
Probably not.
Definitely not.
Have you returned to the point where you began, V2?
Oh.
What's this? Damn it! This is what happened on Cornelia Island! Where is this place? It's not an illusion or a hologram.
That is correct. And nightmares are such inelegant things, especially in the face of this system, the Sword of Akasha. It's you! Lelouch, my son, the time has come at last. The time for final redemption!
You better explain yourself for once, you fuck.
I feel like every sentence, every important sentence in the show ends with, if with that I could, I will.
I know, like every time you're like, I feel
they're
like yeah, it's like every time you're like yes, tell me, and then they're just like, no, we won't. We'll keep it a mystery for as long as physically
But if
possible.
that's the case, then that means, and then it just cuts away. Like I feel like
Every
that's half the
time.
sentences in the show. It's so good.
You've lied to me again. Well, go on. Cuts away.
Just like that, and then it just like imagine
Just
if
like
it was
that one
oh, we cut
time.
it the wrong time. They were about to explain it.
It's like you're watching a live reality show, and like the people cutting the cameras around don't know who to go on. They're like, oh, something interesting's happening over here. It cuts it off.
He's there. He got pulled into the sword. Oh my gosh.
And it looks like we're gonna get some kind of grand reveal over here, and how it was all part of the master plan to like prime Lelouch for something or another. And it's interesting to see the relationship between V2 and Charles, because it's I feel like especially in this episode we got a lot more of V2.
Yeah.
And like just how different he is, like, you know what I mean, like how different he was from when he seemed when he first got introduced. Just like, and I know that he's older than Charles, but still behaves like a child and is like kind of like flying around, and you know what I mean. I don't know, it's just kind of unexpected and really interesting.
And V2 C2 is in a lot of turmoil as well personally, because she ran this whole place,
and she knows that they're
originally.
all innocent people.
Yeah,
and
but
that,
she's doing because she is following Lelouch,
yeah.
I guess. And Rollo killed all those kids.
Yeah.
All those kids who
After
called
he
him
killed
Big
Shirley.
Brother.
Yeah, Rollo.
He's like, oh, but all the stuff
it's
about
fucked up 'cause
siblings
he's,
and
yeah,
everything.
he's all like, oh, my brother Lelouch, that's the
It's like,
best
what about
thing.
your
It's like,
brothers
what
and
about your
sisters here?
actual, like, the people that actually were raised with you as siblings, not just this random guy that you got assigned to on a mission a couple months ago, you know?
Yeah.
It's yeah, and the fact, like, he just believes everything that Lelouch says. Lelouch is just waiting for the opportune moment to kill him.
Yeah.
Because he's so loyal, so you don't want to kill him if you don't, like, you know, it needs to be at the right moment.
But now he doesn't want to waste it, but he also really wants to kill Rollo now because he killed Shirley and he wants that revenge.
Yeah. He wants the revenge as soon as
internally
possible.
he feels guilty because he's like doing this whole rebellion shit and getting her involved, and he could have done better to keep her out of it a little bit, and not kill her dad and kill a bunch of innocent people as well. So he sacrificed so much of other people's lives in order to do this, even if it may or may not be for the greater good, may or may not be for his own personal satisfaction, but he feels guilty about it, so he's outsourcing the blame onto Rollo and onto everybody else, onto the Geass people. That's the first thing. He's just like, Shirley dies? Okay, rather than getting mad at Rollo right now or, freaking out at myself, I'm going to, like, the first thing he says is like, Rollo, it's time for us to destroy Geass.
Yeah.
Like, instantly.
And, shit, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, Suzaku. Oh, I know who did this. It was lelouch. It's like, for once, it wasn't lelouch. Like, every other time you thought it was lelouch, it was. But this time,
But then he said at the end, I for those reasons, I know lelouch is innocent in this. However, I've known that he's been involved and he's got his memories back or whatever since the beginning.
Oh, he said that he's innocent?
At the last thing when he pulled out the refrain for Colin.
Oh, can we just watch it again?
I might be wrong, but I think it
was over here, right there.
I think he said that.
Captured. Told you that when I was...
Is innocent. All of the evidence and testimony imply that lelouch is innocent. But in my heart, I've known all along that lelouch was the culprit, that he was Zero.
I don't know who Zero
Yeah,
is.
so he's saying,
I told
like,
you that when I was...
he's been at school this entire time and this and that.
I misinterpreted it. Yeah.
But I know that he's not.
Isn't it fucked up he's about to use refrain on Colin when her mom was all addicted to refrain?
Yeah, that's really
and
messed
is in
up.
like half a coma, I think in a coma or half a coma or something, like in a vegetative state or some shit, totally unaware. She like fried her brain and shit on this drug, and he wants to give it to her.
Yeah, that's really messed up.
Next episode. Alrighty, it's the next day, but we're going. Or even what we're doing right now.
Yeah, he got
sucked into C's world with the Emperor.
Mm-hmm. Practical to have like anime character bangs in real life. Like just very they just stay in the right spot all the time and are just very nice looking.
It's been a long time, lelouch.
Now what do you have to say to yourself?
Why didn't you try to protect Mother? You knew the others were plotting against her. You knew everything!
People are not equal.
What?
You have a unique form of Geass, a power that no one else possesses. Use it to get the answer from me.
He's baiting me, trying to get me to use my Geass on him. If I look into his eyes, then he'll look into mine. His Geass requires eye contact, just like mine does. The moment I look, his Geass will take control of me, and he'll alter my memories. What do I do?
What's wrong? Are you not my son? A prince of Britannia?
I have no time to make the wrong choice.
Bartley, I hated you for reconstructing me with this body. Your loyalty to the Imperial family was genuine. So be it. I make my final decision. I will respect you.
It's that prism.
Britannia commands you, and now...
Mirror?
Very well, then.
I won.
Did you?
Mother, I did it.
I don't know anything about lelouch. How many times must I say it?
Would you swear to it solemnly on Shirley's grave? Now you're going to tell me everything with the help of this refrain.
Please don't. Stop it!
You don't have to be afraid. You'll lose your willpower soon. Then you'll answer all my questions.
Brother, help me.
Now you will obey my commands. I will not be like him.
In the end, I couldn't run away from my destiny, could I?
Now I bear the burden of...
Destroyed.
That destiny.
Huh?
Of immortality.
What? V2, are you...
So please, Charles. Well, do you swear it? Yes. In this world full of lies, we will never lie to each other. It's because I am your big brother.
I killed him. It was so easy. I had questions for him. Deaths he should have answered for, but now...
Oh, whose? You're You're impudent. Lelouch.
You're alive?
It was a bit too easy, lelouch.
You want the power of a king? Then have the courage to come at me like a king.
Die!
You think that's how a king does it?
My Geass isn't working!
You still do not understand? I am beyond the power of guns or swords now. No matter how you attack me, it's useless!
Charles, why steal V2's code now? Why would you kill the older brother you loved so much?
He took it from his brother from
Oh.
V2. You loved Marianne,
V2.
didn't you?
Code
Wow.
Geass. He loved Marianne.
There's no way I can win.
And so, Lelouch, behold, and I shall show you the true nature of this world.
Please do.
What do you
now
think
we
of all
just
that?
have to cut away. Yeah.
Chigusa.
Took
That
that.
was
I
the
don't
name
know
you
how.
called
I
me
wonder
when I
how
lost
you
my
can,
memory.
like, take that away from V2. Like how?
I think it has something to do with their contract. Because, like, their contract was to never lie to each other or to, like, smash
since
this
he
world
lied
of
to
lies.
him or something, then
He was, like, plotting, not against him, but kind of against him. He had grown complacent in their contract, and I think wasn't following it to how they expected. So I think, or they completed their contract. I'm not entirely sure, but you know, I don't know. I actually don't know. I think maybe I'm just forgetting. I don't know if they actually fully explain it, but it's something to do with their contract. That's why they showed it there.
okay.
Maybe more details will be revealed, and we'll be able to put it together. Because that's what you need in order to get Geass, by the way. You need to make a contract with the code person. What do you think? What do you have?
I don't know.
anything else to say about it?
I don't know what to think about it because now he's just immortal and immune to Geass.
Yeah.
And a V2 will die potentially because he's not immortal
He
anymore.
died. He died right there.
Oh, okay.
He died. Yeah. So he didn't have the immortality, and yeah, so he was able to die right there. But he actually wasn't that old. He was only as old as Charles.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was gonna say. This
Like
is
not like C2.
This is like that, like immortality. Like you become immortal, but then it doesn't matter because you died relatively young, anyways.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure. It's still I'm not entirely sure how he got code in the first place. Like if I don't think it's ever explained. I don't think it's ever shown because like C2 has been alive for hundreds, at least like more than 100 years, I think, because we saw her in like a version of World War I, and the timeline here is different because I think this is supposed to take place somewhere in this, like the equivalent time passage. It says it's 2015 of the Imperial calendar, but I think it's actually 1960 because I think the way it has to do with like the history changes like a bunch of random events going back like, you know, to the dawn of time. There's like weird shit that's changed. So maybe they changed Jesus or something like that. But so I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of details to be uncovered, and it's been so long since I watched, and this part has always confused me, all the stuff with Geass, but I don't think I actually put as much thought into it as I might this time. So maybe I'll figure something out. Now,
Chigusa.
That was the name you called me when I lost my memory. What's my real name?
Villetta.
No matter what the reason, if I don't erase the disgrace of my having loved an 11, I won't be able to live in this world.
It's a bit petty.
Tell me, why did a terrorist save a Britannian in the first place?
In the beginning, I thought I could get information from you about Zero. I tricked you. Kept you under surveillance. But while we lived together...
I'm your sworn enemy!
But I still love you!
Are you insane?
I must be. You are the enemy. But I can't stop myself from loving you!
I wish I'd never set eyes on you!
From intelligence?
Oh god.
The false name and false mask of Zero. What has it gotten you?
Everything! Got me all the things that ordinary people can never obtain! Followers! Territory!
You lost Euphemia. Suzaku and Nunnally are also lost to your lies.
Shut up! I did what I had to do. No one is blameless!
You want others to know your true self, yet you only show them a false face. How can anyone know you if you don't reveal yourself? If you hide behind masks, you are afraid that they'll find out who you really are.
No!
Because you are me and I am you. All else is illusion. Though there are worlds without end, there is but one me in the past, in the future, and now, only one.
One? What are you saying?
Charles. There's nothing in it for me now. No value in the games anymore.
C2?
You don't have to cajole him like this to get me here. I already exist in this realm.
True enough, C2. In that case, I shall grant your wish.
You know what C2's wish is?
Lelouch, it's time you knew the conditions of our contract and what I desire.
What do you think it is?
I don't know.
My wish is to die. To end my existence in all worlds forever.
But why? Why would you want to die?
It seems like she's had a rough time.
Yeah.
The user retains the position of the one who granted them the power. Thus, you have gained the power to kill me.
Kill you? C2, you made your contract with me so that you could cease to exist?
Correct.
Why would you want to die?
It's providence, a boundary. Only when it's finite can we call it life.
That's wrong! We call it life because we feel it!
Same thing. There is no life unless there is death.
That's just wordplay, it's not real!
People die. That's real.
Then why are we born at all? What's the purpose of it? The meaning?
You know the answer. Those things are all just illusions.
No! Living just to die is too sad!
If you have a reason for living, then you have to kill me. Do that and you'll be Charles's equal. Finally be able to beat him. So fare thee well, Lelouch. You're too kind to end our contract.
Wait, you're...
Charles, why did you steal V2's code?
Is there any point in asking such questions? After all, you're about to die.
I suppose you're right.
I would like to know. I'm not about to die.
Very well.
The show seems to forget that.
Of the Saitama Ghetto according to this schedule.
Wait a minute, please.
Huh?
Here.
Is there something wrong?
This plan you worked out, it isn't going to penalize the 11s, is it?
Of course not. It's the best possible plan for them and for us.
That is a lie, isn't it? Please rework the plan once more. I don't wish the 11s to be disadvantaged by it.
Princess, I am an expert. Please let me handle them.
Literally trying to trick a blind child. It's a good plan, I promise. Can I see it? No, it's a good plan.
Princess, I am an expert. Please let me handle them.
Miss Lohmeyer,
You're
I
fired.
believe that I'm the Viceroy.
After all this, my only choice is to confront Lelouch about it directly.
Suzaku, did you finish your work at the
Good
bureau?
luck finding him.
Have you seen Lelouch? Where's Lelouch Lamperouge now?
There is no unusual activity.
I asked where he is! Where's Commander Valletta? Where's his brother, Rollo?
As I said, there's no unusual activity to report.
So that's it. The entire OSI staff has been...
Please forgive me.
Lelouch must have been Zero all this time. But if I report that to the Emperor, what happens to Nunnally?
If Lelouch regains his memories, then I shall simply use Nunnally to deal with him.
Suzaku, not hiding anything, right?
Of course not. You're the one person that I'd never lie to.
Will you tell me who it was I spoke to on the phone that time?
Nunnally's getting wise to everything.
Yeah.
Suzaku, you're just like him, aren't you? Like my brother.
He's gone? Zero's gone?
Yes, I received a target,
Oh,
but he and the
Rollo.
Chiquita are missing.
Missing? My brother is... Where am I?
Oh.
Hey!
It's no use. These are all my memory. Can't interfere.
She's like a slave. She has chains around her ankle.
Who are you?
She's like trying to make him understand why she would want to die.
Do you have some reason to live, child?
I just don't want to die!
Then let's make a contract. I will give you a special power so you can survive. And in return, one day you will grant me a special wish. Do you swear that you'll do it?
So is this?
It is. I swore to uphold that contract.
Stop it!
Oh my god.
Stop it, both of you! Please!
I'm sorry about this. We were getting along quite well together.
Stop!
You... Oh my god.
The Geass I manifested was to make people love me.
Love you?
Make people love her.
Because deep in my heart, I wanted to be loved by someone, and my wish was granted. Because of my Geass, I was loved by everyone. But in the end, it was too much. Love without a limit was love without meaning. I forgot what love really was. The only person I believed in was her. Because my Geass couldn't work on her, she was the one person who would scold me for being pretty. And yet...
Yes, I gave back all the gifts I received, like you told me to. But it can't be helped, can it? It's because of the Geass. I'm grateful to you, sister, but this is a pain for me, too. Now some of them are starting a religion around me.
Then shall we end it?
Huh?
I need someone to take my place. Someone with a Geass that's exceptionally strong, so eternity can finally end for me. Can you imagine the agony? The hell of living on and on for eternity?
What are you talking about?
I can't,
I'm sorry,
but I guess
dear.
I will
I'm
one
afraid
day.
I tricked you!
She had just pretended to be friends with me right from the start. I was a tool, a way for her to end her life. That's all.
But now, your tormented days.
Yes, my long journey ends here.
C2! You've opened it, lelouch. The thought elevator.
I see it now. This realm of existence is itself a system for interfering with thought.
What? You see that now?
Lelouch, sit where you are and watch.
Stop it! C2 is mine! She's mine! Tell me, C2! Why didn't you make me take your place? You could have had your death that way, forcing me into your hell of eternal life! C2, it wasn't out of pity, was it? Don't die looking like that! You should come to death smiling! I promise you the smile you never had! Please!
What do you think you're doing, C2?
You've stolen enough from me already, Father! You won't have her too!
No! No, you'll ruin it all!
Crazy soundtrack kicking in.
I know what it was now! And I know your true wish! Come closer! Let me reach you!
The whole staff at Invoke deserves the credit.
You'll have to accept the compliment, Nina. You are a genius.
I'm very honored, Prince Snizel. Now war itself will change, and mankind with it.
Damocles is here at last.
Doesn't sound good.
No.
Wake up. I've already contacted Rolo. We'll use him to get out of here.
Who are you, sir?
What are you saying? We need to talk about the Emperor and that...
Are you my new master? I can clean and help prepare food for cooking. So fetch water and tend cows and sew. I can read a little and count to 20. Oh, I can even
forehead
carry
thing's
away
gone.
corpses if you need that.
That's so sad.
What do you think of that crazy episode?
That one was like absolutely out of control.
Crazy, insane.
C2's backstory really sad. I think the saddest part is that she just wanted to be loved, So she made something that like artificially made everyone love her.
And then it was just she could never get her wish.
But she was happy because she thought that at least there was one person who actually liked her, but they were just lying the whole time.
Which maybe is why she teamed up with the Emperor and V2. Because their whole thing was to obliterate lies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's my theory, at least.
And then, it's just sad. And then, now her little code is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And
she lost her memory. She just reverted back to the slave girl that she was before.
That she was previously before she made the deal.
Mm-hmm.
Which is interesting that she was able to get rid of it without dying. And I'm wondering if that was because because he said that I know your real true wish or whatever, and I think her real true wish is just to be genuinely loved as like a person, and I guess if that comes true, she can get rid of the code, or unless that's something different and happened in some other way. I don't know. But really nice, but now this is rough for her because she doesn't remember anything, and she's just like in the most like high stakes. They've just destroyed everything in this place. There's like dead bodies strewn around all over the place, and then she's just like, I have absolutely no idea what is going on. That's just sad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some metaphysical shit that I never really understood about like how there's one thing that exists at all times and all places. I think that like C2 is that thing or something. I don't know, but she the way she was talking to lelouch, like in her memories or whatever, was she was kind of like I don't know. She's kind of divorced from whatever reality is going on because all things are happening at once. I think like she's existing like out of time in that place, so everything is simultaneous, and she doesn't have memory. Like she doesn't recollect when she's in there, like
what,
or the version of her that's in there. I don't know if it's the same person or if it's different versions of the same person existing at once. Like she's not living all the life. She both is and isn't living all of her life at once, and all code lives at once or something. I don't know. We saw pictures of like Clovis and Euphemia and shit in there. It's a thing in like 2000s anime to like make these, or 2000s and 90s like a lot of anime original series do shit like this where it's like time and space kind of all collide and explode, and like it's all the
same thing and all different things.
It's all meant to go over your head, and it's all meant.
And there's
to
only
sort of
so
be
much you can like look into it.
Yeah, because it's
made to be.
It's made to be confusing.
Yeah.
It's made to be like this, reality is operating at a level we can't understand, so they make it confusing both as a little bit of plot convenience and also to illustrate like the level of that all this shit is on. But it does make sense that it is confusing because these are issues of time and space and reality and the creation of the universe and shit, so it wouldn't make perfect narrative sense for all the humans.
And I guess there's only so much you can like it's like if you're going to be dealing with really complicated concepts like this, I feel like you kind of have to do it like that if you're on like a short time schedule, or else then you just go into explaining it.
Yeah.
Forever. And then there's like bits of it that don't line up, and then it doesn't quite make sense because you over-explained it, and then it's like, that's fucking stupid because I understand it, and it's just, like, you know what I mean? So I'm fine with it being
there's ways to do it where there's different ways to accomplish the same thing, but like a certain series that I am very fond of did something similar, and it's a lot of times you can either do this where you explain everything and it's just really confusing, or you could just leave it up to interpretation and leave everything very mysterious and not have the characters or like the godly beings or whatever explain shit, and then shit just happens and it feels like, what the fuck is going on? Either way, it's a gamble to do stuff like this in your story because it always feels like disconnected regardless, because all the nature of this stuff is it's very inhuman, it's very above humanity, and the nature of telling stories is creating something that, and people in a story that you can relate to, and characters that you can identify with. But when you get into these ideas of like reality and world bending and time distortion and shit, it's like, it's by its nature outside of human understanding. So then it's by its nature separated from what we sort of identify with in the story. So it ends up feeling very plot convenient. I think that's the problem. But it's not necessarily bad to go into all this stuff if it fits the story, and I think it does in this case.
Yeah.
It's inevitable that it will feel kind of like weird and like, what the fuck is happening? You just have to find the core of humanity in it and follow the story path and the path that the characters are taking, and that's kind of what they are trying to do with Lelouch and C2's like love they have for each other and stuff, and how she's finally, without even knowing it, completing her first wish of having people love her like deepest wish, and she found that in Lelouch, and without even knowing it along the way. So her wish to die that came after is kind of pointless, because her original wish was to have people love her, and she thought that was impossible. And then because she had her Geass, and she kind of was divorced from that possibility at all. And then once she found Lelouch, now Lelouch and her have grown very close because he's a very special guy.
I do also like that, like talking about why that she developed her specific Geass based on like what she most desperately like wanted or needed at the moment. That's kind of interesting, because the similar thing happened to Lelouch. Like he wanted people
power.
to listen to him and do whatever he said.
Yeah.
So I guess that's interesting when you think about it, like, oh, Charles wanted to change people's memories, and you know, it's just kind of interesting to think about.
Well, we're moving right along to the next one. Leave a like and subscribe. See you then. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye.